I want to hear a story.
You want to hear a story about it?
A personal story about where you
like
where you might have, right?
Sure.
Because I mean, we can pontificate on
all that stuff. Here's a really simple one.
So a lot of people want to hear. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you going through? What have you went through?
Yeah, so here's something everyone can relate to that's like simple because it's not complex. It's the little moments where you think you're achieving something, and so.
You just knocked me back, Shannon. When I'm like,
get hog at the table. Big oak tree. He provides good shade. I think that when I was younger and I started getting in the business, and you're struggling in every business you start off in, right? You're just trying to make it work. I was driving a Pontiac Sunfire. And as I made it work, I just kept the Pontiac Sunfire. There was no reason to upgrade a car. It was paid for. It was practical. I was saving money for a home. And people would say to me, like, what's wrong with you? Don't they pay you in Kingston? And I was like, yeah, but I'm saving money. I'm doing the right thing as a financial planner. And they're like, you need to buy a better car. And so they called me roller skates because they said that's how I got to work.
Right.
That's hilarious.
It was. And I laughed because it didn't bother me. It wasn't bullying. It's just ribbing with guys. And,
Well, because you knew you could financially afford a different car. It had nothing to do. It just wasn't your priority.
But then I became a recruiter. And I was driving downtown and I saw a guy in a suit and tie sweating his butt off in the summertime doing something for charity. And I went over and asked him why he did what he did. He said, I want to make a difference. I said, if you do really well at your job, how much can you give? A year? I said, yeah. He said, maybe a couple $1,000. I'm like, you can do that a day with what we do. Would you ever consider coming and talking to us? So he did. He was on dialysis and he had a very successful career, which is tough to do when you have kidney failure. And and he had a successful career in finance. So I thought I had a recruiting strategy.
Yeah.
So I went downtown another time, like a month later, and I pull over in my Pontiac Sunfire, and I had the same conversation with a young lady, and she said, "Can you do?" And they both asked if you could do okay for yourself, you do well financially, and yeah, you could. You work hard. It's a very lucrative business. And I said the same thing to her, and she said, "So I could drive a car like yours?"
Wow.
And so I started to realize that there was a school where like people were talking around town that I can't. He's not doing very well, obviously, or he could have a nicer car. So I went out and bought a very reasonably priced Cadillac CTS. It was only 2 years old, and I paid a song for it. I bought it off a hockey player in Ottawa.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, I watched people look at me like, "Who do you think you are?"
Yeah, it goes both ways.
So success feels like failure. That's a perfect opportunity where it's like, here I had nothing. People were judging me. Here I had what would be deemed as success in the eyes of people, and they're like, so. It really is an interesting thing, and that's just an example from a tangible thing. There's things that you'll deal with in the form of stress, right? Like James Brett, who owns a salon in town.
Sure.
I heard he was a great leader for his staff, and he took me out for a drink because I was asking him, like, how are you helping your staff? Because I have 17 staff, and sometimes I'm losing sleep over them. And he told me something very beautiful that it's always resonated. He said, when I had no money when I first started, all I did was worry about money. And then I built up my salon, and I had sustainable business and became successful, and all I did was worry about money. So there's another example where people will tell you that success feels like failure. Different reasons, but it's this, like, is there still stress there?
I was just kind of thinking about